In part 1, we talked about the theory. Build what you can ship. Ship what you can fix. Fix what you can fight. 49,000 Shermans. The theory worked. But theory doesn't stop in 88. I'm Cole Braddock. Call me Gage. This is the Sherman. Part 2. The gun. I'm Cole Braddock. Call me Gage. This is the Sherman. Part 2. The gun. In part 1, we talked about the theory. Build what you can ship. Ship what you can fix. Fix what you can fight. 49,000 Shermans. The theory worked. But theory doesn't stop in 88. The 75mm M3, French lineage. World War I roots. A 15-pound shell moving at 2,030 feet per second. At 500 yards, it could punch through 81 millimeters of armor. Panzer IIIs, Panzer IVs, the workhorses of the German army. The 75 killed them at range, and the HE round, 1.5 pounds of TNT, made it deadly against infantry, bunkers, machine gun nests, soft target. In 1942, it was the right gun for the war. North Africa proved it. Shermans dueled German armor and won. Crews trusted the 75. Commanders trusted it, but the enemy was learning too. By 1943, the reports started coming back. Heavier armor, longer guns. The Panther. 80 millimeters of frontal plate, sloped at 55 degrees. Effective thickness, over 140 millimeters. The Tiger. 100 millimeters, nearly vertical, backed by German engineering. The 75 that worked in the desert couldn't touch them from the front. Not at 1,000 yards, not at 500. The shells hit and bounced. Ordnance knew. They had the kill reports, the after-action reviews, photographs of Shermans burning in the hedgerows. The 76 M1 was already in development, 52 calibers long, a bigger powder charge, 2,600 feet per second, 570 faster than the 75. Penetration, 109 millimeters at 1,000 meters, nearly double what the old gun could do, a weapon that could fight the new war. But here's where theory met reality. Switching guns meant switching turrets. The 76 was longer, heavier, different balance. Switching turrets meant retooling factories. Retooling factories meant stopping production. And the army couldn't stop. 500 tanks a month, just to replace losses. Thousands more for the invasion everyone knew was coming. So they made a choice. There's a myth that says the generals didn't care, that they sent boys to die in inferior machines because they didn't know better. And the truth is worse. They knew. They studied the reports. They ran the numbers. They understood the math. And they chose production over penetration, quantity over quality, because a tank that exists beats a tank that doesn't. The 76 started arriving in Normandy. Slowly. By July 1944, less than a quarter of Shermans in Europe had the new gun. By January 45, still only 25%. Crews who got the 76 called it a lifeline. Crews who didn't called it something else. But even the 76 had limits. 109 millimeters of penetration. Sounds good on paper. A Panther's Glacis, 80 millimeters at 55 degrees. The math says 140 effective. The 76 could crack it, maybe, at 5 yards, if the angle was right, if the shell didn't shatter on impact. A Tiger's front plate, only at point blank. Maybe not even then. The German 88 could kill a Sherman at 2,000 yards. The Sherman had to survive 1,500 yards of open ground just to have a chance to fight back. The math didn't favor the boys inside, so they adapted. Shoot first, shoot fast, shoot together. If one Sherman couldn't kill a Panther, 5 Shermans could. Flank, swarm, overwhelm. Use the speed, use the numbers, use the turret traverse that German tanks didn't have. It wasn't elegant, it wasn't fair, but it worked. There's a story tankers tell. A Sherman platoon spots a Tiger. 4 tanks against 1. The Tiger knocks first Sherman before they close to range. Knocks out the second while they're flanking. The third gets a shot into the engine deck. The Tiger burns. The fourth never fired. 3 crews dead to kill 1 tank. That was the math. That was the cost. That was the war. The 75 wasn't a failure. It was a compromise, made by men who had to choose between perfect and possible. The boys who paid for that compromise, they didn't get a vote. But they climbed in anyway. They fought anyway, and a lot of them didn't come home. We don't study the gun to admire it. There's nothing to admire in a weapon that couldn't protect its crew. We study it to understand what they were up against. The men who rolled toward a tree line, knowing their gun might not be enough, who trusted the man beside them more than the steel around them. They deserve to be remembered. In part 3, we meet them, the commanders who took Shermans into battle, who learned the limits of their machines and fought beyond them. Abrams, Poole, Cullen, the names that matter. Let's remember together, always.